December 26. Taylor Swift's $2.1 billion net worth puts music IP in focus. Taylor Swift's net worth has reached about $2.1 billion US, making her the wealthiest female musician. The surge came from Eras tour revenue and control of her music catalog value. For Canadian investors, this milestone highlights how touring and intellectual property can deliver steady cash flow. It also shows how pricing power and licensing drive margins in entertainment. We break down what this means for portfolios in Canada, where consumer demand, streaming growth, and rate moves shape valuations across media and live events. Why a star's balance sheet matters for investors. Eras tour revenue underscores how live events convert demand into cash. Capacity, ticket tiers, dynamic pricing, and VIP packages lift yield, while merch and sponsorships add upside. Canadian stops show deep demand and spending power. For investors, the link between full venues and earnings is direct. Stronger pricing and volume can feed margin expansion and free cash flow, which supports reinvestment and buybacks when rates stabilize. Catalogs can deliver long-dated royalties from streaming, sync, and radio, often with lower volatility than touring. Taylor Swift net worth growth reflects the benefit of owning and controlling rights. Durable hits monetize across platforms and formats, while licensing into film, TV, and gaming adds non-cyclical demand. For investors, recurring royalty streams can act like mini-bonds with growth, though returns depend on acquisition price and term. What control of masters signals about catalog value? Swift's re-recordings highlight how control boosts leverage in licensing and renewals. When artists own the masters, they can set terms, curate releases, and defend pricing. This strengthens negotiation with platforms and brands. It also reduces leakage to third parties. In practice, that dynamic helps explain why Taylor Swift net worth climbed alongside touring, with IP ownership creating a second engine for predictable, compounding cash flow. Focus on number of recognizable hits, cross-demographic appeal, and usage across media. Check stream decay curves, skip rates, and seasonality. Review contract terms, reversion clauses, and administration costs. Assess concentration risk by artist and genre. Taylor Swift net worth brings attention to these levers because quality catalogs keep earning beyond hype cycles, while weaker catalogs fade as playlists and algorithms shift. Implications for Canadian portfolios. Canadians can express the theme through diversified consumer and communications ETFs, global streaming platforms, concert operators, and media licensors. Some listed companies by catalogs or run publishing units. Others benefit from venue fees, ticketing, and sponsorship. Allocation size should reflect cyclicality, rate sensitivity, and FX. Diversifying across touring, IP, and distribution can smooth returns if one revenue stream softens. Entertainment spend can slow in a downturn, reducing ticket yield and merch sales. Higher rates raise discount rates, pressuring catalog valuations and deal activity. Platform policy changes and licensing disputes can dent revenue. Currency swings also matter for Canadians owning U.S. assets. Keep position sizes modest, stress test cash flows, and favor stronger balance sheets while waiting for clearer rate paths. How to research this theme in 30 minutes. Scan revenue mix. Touring versus IP versus ads. Look for expanding margins and cash conversion. Read recent licensing and sponsorship deals. Review touring calendars and venue capacity. For catalog buyers, study acquisition multiples, recoup timelines, and churn. Tie thesis drivers back to metrics you can track quarterly. This keeps Taylor Swift net worth headlines grounded in measurable factors. What must go right for growth, and how sensitive is it to ticket prices or stream rates? Who controls the masters, and when do key licenses renew? How will rates, FX, and ad markets affect margins? What is Plan B if touring slows? Clear answers signal durable, compounding earnings. Final thoughts. Taylor Swift's rise to the wealthiest female musician spotlights two investable engines: touring cash generation and music IP with long payout tails. For Canadians, the message is simple. Pricing power, capacity, and sponsorship set the pace for live events, while ownership and licensing drive predictable royalties. Start with diversified exposure. Then layer specific names only when you can track cash conversion, renewal schedules, and balance sheet strength. Keep position sizes in check until rates settle and consumer demand firms. By focusing on measurable drivers rather than headlines, you can turn Taylor Swift net worth buzz into a clear, risk-aware framework for entertainment and media allocations. FAQs. What is Taylor Swift's net worth, and why does it matter to investors? Reports peg Taylor Swift net worth around $2.1 billion, largely from touring and control of her music rights. This matters because it shows how live events and intellectual property can produce durable cash flow. Investors can apply that lesson when assessing media companies, catalog buyers, and event operators. How does the era's tour influence valuations in music and live events? Sustained sellouts, premium pricing, and strong merch sales improve revenue visibility and margins. That lifts confidence in operators, venues, and sponsors tied to tours. The effect also supports higher estimates for future demand, though investors should weigh economic cycles and rate moves that may compress discretionary spending. What drives music catalog value over time? Catalog value depends on recognizable hits, steady streaming, sync demand, and favorable contract terms. Lower decay rates and broad demographics help. Ownership and administration costs, renewal timelines, and platform policies also matter. Better catalogs keep earning across formats, while weaker ones rely on short-lived spikes that fade quickly. How can Canadian investors gain exposure to this theme? Consider diversified consumer and communications ETFs, global streaming platforms, and companies with publishing or catalog operations. Some firms benefit from venues, ticketing, and sponsorships instead of direct rights. Keep allocations moderate, watch FX impacts, and track cash conversion and license renewals to confirm the thesis holds.